Hi everyone, this is Kristen with the Tech Reviewer, and today I'm here with some iPhone 14 Pro cases for all you Kevlar fans out there. So we've got the Hybrid case and Nova Hybrid case by Benks. Your Hybrid case is going to have a lovely slim form factor. It features genuine Kevlar on here, not just generic Aramid Fiber. This case is going to give you 3x mil-spec protection. It's lined with microfiber. You've got MagSafe, and this is overall just a great case in the hand. And then looking at the Nova Hybrid case, this one has got the same 3x mil-spec protection in genuine Kevlar, but it also features something called FreezeMat to keep it cooler. So FreezeMat is a special heat dissipating material. It's supposed to lower the temperature of the phone by up to 2.3 degrees Celsius. So really cool case here. In this video, we're going to check out both of these cases on my iPhone 14 Pro in gold. So looking first at the Hybrid case, this is just a lovely case in the hand. So it's got a little bit of flex to it, but not much. You've got a TPU frame, TPU sides, and then you've got this genuine Kevlar here on the back. Again, this is not a generic Aramid fiber. The company is officially licensing the Kevlar for this. So really, really nice material. It's got a little bit of texture to it, just feels beautiful underneath the fingertips. We've got metal buttons on here. Got a nice high rim around the camera. Size-wise, this is going to be basically exactly the same size as Apple Silicone case. So it's very slimline, but I do think it's going to give you more protection than you're going to get with Apple Silicone case because it's giving you that 3x mil-spec protection, and I certainly don't think you're going to get that with Apple's Silicone case. So again, beautiful lining here in the interior, soft microfiber, and of course the case is MagSafe. So this case is going to be quite easy to get your phone in and out of. Going to want to put in your left-hand side first. Make sure that your top and your bottom corners are both in place, and then go over to your right-hand corners and press those on. Once on, we got quite a good fit on here. There is some give over your buttons and your port openings, but other than that, everything feels good. Nice and secure. As far as the amount of lip is concerned, you don't have a whole lot of lip on here if you have a tempered glass screen protector in place, which I do, but you still have some lip. And if I didn't have this tempered glass screen protector on here, you would definitely have more lip. This is one by Casetify. It's got a good fit with this Casetify screen protector. I think everything looks good. And again, you just have a lovely slim fit on the phone. So as far as our port openings are concerned, we've got asymmetrical port openings for an asymmetrical port design, so that is great. These are very snug fitting, but everything looks good. And as far as your lightning port opening is concerned, you should be able to fit many third-party lightning cables here, although of course this case does support both regular Qi wireless charging as well as MagSafe charging, so you might find you're using that functionality less than you otherwise would. So going up the sides, we don't have any spots here for a lanyard or anything like that. The material feels very nice underneath the fingertips, gives you a small, pleasant amount of grip. This is not a rubbery grip at all. This is a silky TPU grip. I think it gives you sufficient grip so that this is going to feel secure in the hands, but it's also going to slide easily in and out of pockets and handbags. And again, we got a very nice slim feel here. Our buttons are metallic and they are very clicky. You have a very small amount of button shake, but I don't think it's rattly or anything like that. If you really try to listen for something, you might get a tiny bit of noise, but I don't find it irritating at all. And as far as access here to your mute switch, this is going to be pretty tight if you've got bigger fingers, so be aware of that. It's perfectly fine for me, but particularly when pulling this down, I think if you've got larger fingers or no nails, you might find that a little hard. So looking at the view from the top, everything looks great here. Very nice fit on the phone. Very good fit here with this Casetify tempered glass blue light blocking screen protector. And then going over here to your side button. Again, lovely metal button, has a very attractive look. And then we've got some Benks branding down here at the bottom. And then looking at the back of the case, this genuine Kevlar has a wonderful look and feel. So you can see we've got a woven texture on here. Feels great underneath your fingertips. And whatever they've done to process this Kevlar here in this case, they've done a really good job with fingerprinting. So fingerprinting tends to be a huge problem with Aramid fiber cases. They get really smeary really easily. But I have to say, I think that Benks is probably the least fingerprinty Kevlar or Aramid fiber case that I've seen. So that is good. It's still going to show some fingerprints and smears, but compared to other Aramid fiber cases that I've looked at, this one is going to show the fewest. So overall, just a great look and feel. It's very scratch resistant, and of course it's Kevlar, so same material that they make bulletproof vests from. It's going to be a very tough material for your phone case, and it's going to give you that 3x mil-spec protection, so all that is excellent. As far as protection here for your protruding camera, you are going to be in good shape. This is a nice high lip around the rear camera. It's higher than typical. And as far as wireless charging is concerned, you're going to be in good shape there. This case is going to work great with regular Qi wireless chargers, and being a MagSafe case, it's going to work great with Apple's MagSafe charger as well. So we got a nice tight magnetic connection here. Everything is great. This case is also going to work really well with other MagSafe accessories such as MagSafe wallets. This one from Apple works great. You've got a nice tight connection here, an excellent fit. And then this is going to work with other MagSafe accessories too. So Benks sent me out their phone grip. This is silicone and there is a zinc alloy metal ring here. So this one works really well. You've got a 360-degree rotation on here. It can be used as a grip as well as a stand. Just a really nice little product, very comfortable. I like the silicone on here, the fact that it feels very soft against the skin. And it's got quite a low profile. It folds up flat when not in use. So I don't think that the magnets on here are quite as strong as the strongest one that I've tried, which is the Gear 4 Ring Snap 360. So this one has a stronger magnet on it, but I think it's probably not quite as comfortable to use over time. So it all depends upon what you're looking for. It also has a little bit higher profile on here, but the magnets on the ZAGG Ring Snap 360 are really, really strong. Maybe a little bit too strong. Personally, I think that the ones here on the Benks phone grip are absolutely sufficient. And then finally, probably my favorite category of MagSafe accessories, MagSafe power banks. So this one here from Benks is their 5,000 milliamp hour power bank. So I've reviewed this one in depth before. I have this in a number of colors. They just now sent me out this light blue version. I think it works great. So it's very slim, very pleasant feel in the hand. It's got USB-C in and out. It's got auto on, although you can turn that off by using the power button here. And this does support pass-through charging. This is going to give about a 75% charge to my 14 Pro. Overall, I think it's just a very nice, very competent little power bank. So it doesn't have a stand and it doesn't have a whole lot of bells and whistles. But I think in terms of a small, slim power bank that is available for a reasonable price, that the Benks 5,000 milliamp hour power bank is definitely one to consider. Always been one of my favorites. Removing this case from your phone is quite easy. Just start in your top right-hand corner, push off that corner, go down to your bottom right-hand corner, push off that corner, and then pull out your phone. So moving on to the Nova Hybrid case. This one has a lot of similarities to the Hybrid case we were looking at. It's going to be a little bit thicker than the Hybrid case. So looking at these two side by side, you can see a little bit thicker with the Nova Hybrid here at the bottom. but these are going to be the same height and same width. So I guess that the thickness is going to be because of the FreezeMat that this has. So FreezeMat is a special heat dissipating material. It's supposed to keep this case cooler when you are doing hot activities such as gaming. So it's supposed to reduce the temperature up to 2.3 degrees Celsius. Now, I tried this doing some hot activities such as gaming and streaming video at the same time and all that, tried to get my phone warm, and I have to say that I think it did keep the phone a little bit cooler, but exactly how much cooler, I really couldn't tell you. But I think it's a nice feature for the phone case to have. Certainly the fact that you have these vents here on the back should help with heat dissipation, so cool air can come in and warm air can go out. And overall, I think it's a very cool looking case. It's got that same 3x mil-spec protection that you're going to have with the hybrid case. And overall, just a really nice look and feel. Putting your phone in this case is quite easy. Start on your left-hand side, put your top and your bottom corners in place, and then clip on your right-hand corners. This has a little bit looser fit than the hybrid, a little bit easier to get on. But once on, I don't notice a big difference in the fit on. Maybe a little bit more give over your buttons and port openings, but it's a pretty slight difference. As far as the amount of lip is concerned, it appears to be identical. Everything looks good here. Of course, if I didn't have a tempered glass screen protector on here, you would have more visible lip. Again, this is the same Casetify tempered glass screen protector I had on here when you saw this with the hybrid case. As far as our port openings are concerned, these are going to be the same as with the hybrid case. So you got asymmetrical port openings for an asymmetrical port design, which is excellent. And you should be able to fit many third-party lightning cables here, although of course this case does support both regular Qi wireless charging as well as MagSafe charging. So you might find you're using that functionality less than you otherwise would. Going around to the sides, there aren't any openings here for lanyards or wrist straps or anything like that. You have a smooth, slightly grippy feel here with this TPU. Feels very pleasant in the hand. Everything is nicely rounded. Our buttons here are quite responsive. Little tiny bit of button shake, but not much. These are metal buttons. They have a very nice, sleek look to them. Not a lot of space here to access your mute switch. Be aware of that, particularly when you are pulling it down. It's not as bad when you're pushing up, but it's not a very big opening. Looking at the view from the top, I think everything looks great here. Got a good fit here with this Casetify tempered glass screen protector. Of course, if I didn't have this on here, you would have more visible lip. And then going over here to the side button, it's metal, very attractive, very responsive. And then we have some Benks branding down here at the bottom. Looking at the back of the case, I think everything looks great. You've got this genuine Kevlar on here. Really lovely look and feel. So Kevlar, just like other Aramid fiber, tends to show fingerprints and smears relatively easily, but I do think that Benks has done a great job in incorporating this in here. And just like the hybrid case, this seems to be very non-fingerprinty considering that it is a Kevlar case. I don't notice very many fingerprints or smears at all with this, so I think that that is really good. So this material is going to be good against scratching and impact because, of course, it is Kevlar, so that is great. And overall, you've just got a very pleasant look and feel. You get more texture here on the back because of all of these little vent holes. Of course, these are going to be very good in terms of letting out heat. They're going to let in the cool air and let out the warm air. They also may tend to attract dust, but you do have a little cleaning brush that's included with the case, so I guess that can be helpful. Overall, this is a really unique look and feel for a case. It's going to give you that same 3x mil-spec protection, so that's excellent. And you've got a very nice high rim here around your camera area. As far as wireless charging is concerned, this is going to work great with regular Qi wireless chargers, and being a MagSafe case, this is going to work great with Apple's MagSafe charger as well. So we've got a nice magnetic connection on here. Everything is good, although I don't think that the magnetic connection is going to be quite as good as the one on the hybrid case. I think the hybrid case has got a very slightly better magnetic connection than the Nova Hybrid, but it is a very tiny difference. So as far as other things, you're going to be able to use this with other MagSafe chargers, such as this InvisiBoost one here from Benks. So this one is noteworthy because it also uses the same FreezeMat technology that you have in the Nova Hybrid in order to stay cool. So these two are a pretty cool combo here. This one features a stand. Really nice option. You're also going to be able to use this with power banks like this lovely one here from Benks that I was showing you before. 5,000 milliamp hours. Very slim. Definitely nice for an extra little boost of power. And then this phone grip is going to work great. So you have adjustable angles, and it's going to work as a phone grip as well as a stand. Overall, definitely an addition to the phone. Love the fact you can fold it flat when not in use. Really nice accessory here from Benks. So overall, I think we got some really great cases here from Benks. So I'm particularly fond of the hybrid case. I think you've got a great look and feel here, super slim profile. You also have a lot of protection for your rear camera. I think that the MagSafe magnets are great, and I'm really impressed that a case of this size is going to give you 3x mil-spec protection. You've also got a remarkably non-fingerprint magnet of a case, considering the fact that this is Aramid Fiber. So they did a really good job with this. And our other case here with the FreezeMat is really cool if you're into gaming. Again, I don't really know how cool this is going to make your phone. It does have a cool feel in the hand. Is it going to really cool things down by 2.3 degrees Celsius? I have no idea. But it's a nice looking case. It's a very competent case. It's got a good fit on the phone, and overall I just think that there is a lot to love here. So both of these are great options. Definitely something to consider if you're looking for a slim Kevlar case for your iPhone 14 Pro. Again, we've been looking at the Hybrid and Nova Hybrid cases by Benks for iPhone 14 Pro, as well as a couple cool Benks accessories. These products are available from Amazon, as well as directly from Benks, and are priced at $45.99 for the Hybrid case, currently $39.99 on the Benks website, and $59.99 for the Nova Hybrid case, currently $45.99 on Benks website. As far as the Benks MagSafe accessories I mentioned, the phone grip we looked at is $15.99 on Amazon and $16.99 directly from Benks, and comes in 3 colors, the black shown in this review, as well as white and green. And the MagClap On-Go MagSafe Power Bank I showed you is priced between $39.99 and $42.99 on Amazon, depending on the color, and $39.99 on the Benks website. It comes in the lovely light blue color featured in this review, as well as black, dark blue, and white. Many thanks to the kind folks at Benks for sending me out these samples to review. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comment section below, and do hit that subscribe button because I've got a lot of tech accessory reviews coming up. Again, this is Kristen with the Tech Reviewer. Thanks so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.